back to the shop. When you live with a fearless alpaca hunter, you've got to get creative. That's the story for today. You see, my family likes to go to a local fair every fall. It's the oldest fair in the state, and it's been going on since the 1890s, and it's pretty much like any other county fair. There's a lot of animal displays and carnival rides and a lot of food that's really bad for you. And there's also vendors and craft vendors who sell the things that they make. And last year, my daughter, my eldest daughter, bought at the fair a stuffed alpaca made from alpaca fur. And it is really soft and really cuddly and really cute and totally irresistible to our family cat, Nimbus. And this morning, my daughter woke up to her alpaca being gone from what she thought was a safe place that she put it last night before going to bed. She's been organizing some things in her room and put books on the bookshelf and displaced her beloved alpaca and put it in what she thought to be a safe place temporarily. Well, during the night, Mr. Nimbus, fearless alpaca hunter, got into her room and made off with the beloved stuffed alpaca. So my daughter wakes up, panics, and begins to search for Nimbus, thinking that her alpaca would be located somewhere in proximity to where the guilty party was. However, that wasn't the case. She found Nimbus and he was like, "What? I don't know what you're talking about. This is an alpaca? It's missing? Yeah, I never saw it." So she began to look for the alpaca and was having some difficulty finding it, and I joined into the search, and ultimately we found the alpaca, and the alpaca was notably shaken, however relatively unharmed, very little worse for the wear, and I think the alpaca is going to be okay. However, this brings up the question, what do we do moving into the future to safeguard the alpaca while allowing our free-range cat to remain alive, what with the not being killed because he destroyed the alpaca and so forth. And so this afternoon, as I was toying about in the shop, I came up with an idea that I think is going to be pretty effective for safeguarding the alpaca, basically making an alpaca zoo here at Casa Average. And so I whipped up a little miniaturized proof of concept. This is a miniature alpaca cage. Of course, this is just a proof of concept. The original or the actual cage will have to be a little larger scale to safely and comfortably accommodate the stuffed alpaca, and I will also have to create some entrance or egress, some sort of fenestration as it were, into the cage to be able to get access to the alpaca so that it can be effectively nurtured and loved as it does require periodically. And something the cat can't get into, but something that the average human possessing the minimum level of logic of application will be able to figure out how to get into and put the alpaca back to safety when they're done loving on it. So I'll bring you along on that adventure. When that happens, I've got to do a little more figuring, a little math, a little layout, figure out exactly what I'm going to do for a latching mechanism on the door, that sort of thing. I'll bring you along on that adventure over the next couple of videos. Also, while I was out today running errands, I stopped by one of my favorite second-hand shops that has in the back, in the corner, a little area where they have some tools, not really a lot in that way, but every once in a while you'll find something interesting back there. I did find an old brace there today. It was unmarked. I don't know who made it. It was probably from about the 20s or so, a non-ratcheting, but it was also in pretty rough shape. So I didn't get that, but I did pick up an older Craftsman coping saw. This looks to be in pretty decent shape. The handle's still nice and solid in the ferrule. Both of the little toggles are there for attaching the blade. It all looks to be in pretty good shape. I'll see over the next little while what exactly I can find out about this to put a date to it or anything like that. If I had to make a guess, just judging from the materials, the chrome plating, hardwood handle, not plastic, I would say it's probably from the 60s. But we'll see what we can figure out more. It's got a little rust on it here and there, so it's going to need a little bit of attention to bring it back to life, but there's a lot of life still left in this tool, and I was able to pick that up for just a couple of bucks. So pretty excited about that. Also, while I was out, I stopped by one of my favorite places in the world, Harbor Freight Tools, and picked up a couple of grinding discs for my angle grinder because I want to very soon begin to work on the piece of rail that I was given as a gift from my friend James, and that is going to end up being an anvil. I'm sure looking at it you can see it clearly. Anvil right here. Yeah. So anyway, a lot of work needs to be done on that. I have to do some design, and I will definitely bring you along on that adventure. I see probably a couple of videos worth of information there. I will need to also build a stand, a proper stand to hold that so that it can be used to work. So that's pretty cool, and I'm pretty excited about that as well. That's all I got for you today. I just wanted to give you an update of what's going on here in Average Joe's shop. And thanks for hanging out. Thanks for taking your time to pay attention and watch. If you're interested in updates at all, I would ask you to go ahead down below, click the like button. That'll help me out, and go ahead and subscribe to the channel. There's a little space next to the subscribe button down there that you'll see where you can click to receive notifications as I upload videos. Go ahead and do that if you're interested in receiving updates. Also, don't forget we do have a Facebook community. Just go over to facebook.com/AverageJoeShopTalk, and it should pop right up to the top of your search there. Go ahead and like that page, and you'll be able to get notifications there as things happen. I try to post there almost daily. I will try to post there almost daily. And it's a lot easier to post a picture there and give you a little update of what's going on in the shop or in my world or in my head than it is to make a video and edit it and all that's involved there. So anyway, do that. I also have an Instagram page. I'll try to update there as much as possible. Instagram.com/AverageJoeShopTalk. We'll keep you in touch there. I gotta tell you, we just started at the church I attend a workshop, spring project shop is what we call it, but it'll go on for the next 8 weeks. This past Saturday was the first Saturday, and it was a very exciting time. But we've got a few different workshops. We've got some guys that in the basement of our church build full-blown 15-foot long wooden kayaks. We've got some guys working on electric guitars. We had 6 new people join in with the shop that I help coach, and that's the leather working shop. One's wanting to make a book cover, and one's wanting to make a guitar strap, and the others aren't sure what they're going to do yet. One guy's doing some repair work on some saddlebags for his motorcycle. That's pretty exciting. We also had some guys doing work on the lathe, turning pens, one guy making a bowl. Pretty exciting stuff there. I hope to get some video put together from Project Shop over the next few weeks as well, so down the road you'll be able to get a glimpse into what goes on at Average Joe's Church on a Saturday morning. So that's about it. Thanks again for taking the time for watching the videos. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Check me out on Facebook and Instagram. And until we next meet, keep the faith, walk the walk, and go with God.